Afternoon baseball here on the show. Ought to be a good one here between the Chicago White Sox and the Boston Red Sox. The two men you see there go head-to-head coming up next. Manuel Diaz will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, you can only win your first big league game once, and in his last start, he did just that. I'm sure that ball is put away someplace very special. Nothing more he'd like to do than get win number 2 here in this one.
Digging in, Lance Johnson, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. Now the 2-1. Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side. The 2-2. Gets him swinging. He struck him out.
Oh, I love watching a pitcher that can run a good hard fastball in on a guy's hands and completely lock him up. That's such a tough pitch to do anything with. If you can locate your fastball there consistently, you're going to have a lot of success as a pitcher.
Standing in now, Daryl Boston. Hit out towards second. Pedroia to his right. He has it. Throw not in time as he's able to leg it out. So that'll go down as an E4 as he certainly had his problems that time at second base. Digging in, Ivan Calderon as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Working for the punch out and the offering. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And set up behind the plate is Kenny Jansen as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Hey, the book on Kenny Jansen, D-Road, not a very big zone, but he will give you that low pitch below the knees.
Yeah, and he's consistent. You're okay with that as an offensive player. He wants to give that pitch below the knees. If this pitcher can execute consistently, you better make the adjustment.
Good battle. Count remains full. Boston, base runner at first with 1 out. Hit hard on the ground towards second, and that's through for a hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
You know, as a former infielder, Danny, they always say you can't be in 2 places at once, but you got to be a little frustrated right here that ball found the hole.
Yeah, that's a tough thing. You make a quality pitch and a guy shoots one through the right side, normally a vacated spot.
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one without a doubt is gone. So a 3-run blast to deep center here. Home run number 5 on the year. And the Sox will move out in front now 3-0.
Yeah, he's looked pretty shaky from the first pitch, and things just kind of spiraled out of control from there. I think these guys smelled blood in the water, and they punctuated with a 3-run job and an early lead.
So now to the plate, Paul Konerko. Here's another one that's drilled. This one to left. Racing back the left fielder. Gone. Back-to-back homers. So a solo shot here for Paul Konerko. Home run number 5 on the year as the White Sox have opened things up a little bit further. It's now 4-0.
Well, if I was the manager, I would tell my pitchers to work around this guy. I mean, he's hit 3 home runs against them in this series. What more do they need to see? 4, 5? Jeez, enough is enough.
To the plate now, Frank Thomas. And the one thing you can say about Thomas is that his sense of the strike zone is as good as anyone's as he coaxes out a base on ball.
What's the saying? When you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you should do is stop digging. Well, the guy on the bump obviously hasn't heard that one.
Stepping up now, Louis Aparicio. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away. Swung on and hit pretty well out to deep left field. But it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. And they'll have runners at second and third following the one-out double.
When he started this game, giving up 3 extra base hits in the opening frame was not what he had in mind. He could still settle down and turn things around on the mound, but the way it's going right now, this has the makings of a start he's going to want to forget.
And now, number 15. 1-2 to the White Sox catcher. The 1-2. Heading out towards shallow right. Williams has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. And both runners have to hold where they are, so call it a missed opportunity with 2 gone now.
Yoan Moncada.
Striding in, Yoan Moncada. And the White Sox looking for more here in the game's opening frame. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. So 4 runs in the inning, and they come on the strength of the 2 big flies. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. The White Sox lead this one 4-0. Lucas Giolito starts the game on the mound for the 3rd and final game of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, Matt, 5 full innings for this guy in his last one. You couldn't really consider that a powerhouse outing. He was able to get a no decision, but I'm sure he and the team are looking for a lot more in this one today.
Stepping into the box, Larry Bird. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the 1st. Good job going down and hanging with it that time. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
That was a good job there of using the batter's aggressiveness against him. He was putting up a good fight and fouling a lot of balls off. So as a pitcher, it's a great idea to expand the zone even more and make the hitter really chase after something that's even hard to foul off.
Stepping in now, Almanzar. To right field and deep. Look at this thing go. And gone. An absolute bomb. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. 6th home run on the season for him. As they get on the board, it's 4-1 now.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
Into the box now, David Ortiz. Liner toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
That was actually a well-executed fastball in off the plate. Credit the offensive player. He smelled that coming, turned and burned.
At the plate, Ted Williams can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Lifted into center field. Center fielder giving chase. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the 2nd out.
Batting fifth, the second baseman, Dustin Pedroia.
So we're runner at first here with 2 gone in the inning, and that'll bring up the former MVP second baseman Dustin Pedroia. Trouble averted here as this is tapped out in front of the mound. Throw onto the big target of Frank Thomas will take care of him, and that will end the inning. Red Sox able to get one right back on the solo home run. We'll head to the top of the second. It's now a 4-1 game. New inning set to get underway. Stepping into the box, Lance Johnson. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Swing and a ball sliced foul into the seats down the left field line. The 1-2. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. Gone to lead off the inning. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Second home run early in the year as they stretch the lead to 5-1. Ball's jumping in this one. That's the 4th to leave the yard so far.
Yeah, thanks, Matty V. You know what, D-Row, when the wind's blowing out like it is today, you're going to see a lot of home runs, and that's what we saw.
Yeah, Dan, you know this as a pitcher. You can mishit a ball, and it's going to the cheap seats today. They did an excellent job of changing their approach and getting balls in the air.
At the plate now, Daryl Boston. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
You can't go after that pitch with less than 2 strikes on you. There's no way you're going to do any damage with a ball executed down and away in the zone.
Hit hard on the ground towards second. There is Pedroia. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning.
Up next for the White Sox, the right fielder, Ivan Calderon.
At the plate, Ivan Calderon. He reached on a single in his first try. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Williams is there. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Now batting, number 9.
And now here's the cleanup hitter for the White Sox, Minnie Minoso. He hit a big 3-run bomb in his first plate appearance. 2 out, nobody on. Lays off the palm ball there, and it's 3-1 now. Well, these Red Sox entering play here this afternoon. They dropped another one last time out, and in fact, they've won just twice in their last 8 tries.
Yeah, Matty, this is the big one right here. They've split the first 2 games of this series. You want to steal one right here. And
meanwhile here, this ball's given a pretty good ride out to deep left field, and that is going to clear the wall. A home run. A solo shot here to left, his second home run of the game, and it's now a 6-1 ball game.
Another excellent swing right there. That's multiple home runs in the same inning. Watch yourself. You're missing over the heart of the plate.
So now to the plate, Paul Konerko. And it's 2-1 now to Konerko.
Hasn't seen a heater yet in this at-bat. One might be coming right here.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing and a liner, but foul. Two and 2 count. Here it comes. Breaking ball called just a bit low. Frank Thomas would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Now here's a check swing, and they appeal down to first. No swing, so that's ball 4.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Into the box now, Frank Thomas. In 8 at-bats in the series, he's collected 3 hits. And a liner foul into the seats down the right side. The 1-2. Down the left field line and deep. And this will wind up a foul ball. The 1-2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. So 2 runs come across here, both coming via the solo home run. On now to the bottom of the second. It's the White Sox 6 and the Red Sox 1. Leading off the inning, Bobby Doerr, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Hit sharply on the ground, and that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Here now is Rafael Devers, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Swinging a ball hit well to the right side, but this will get into the crowd. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
This pitching staff has done a really good job against this guy in this series. This is a really good hitter, and it's not easy to make a guy strike out 5 times in a series up to this point, but that's what they've done to this guy so far.
Into the box, Christian Vasquez. Line to the right side, but he'll barely have to move out there in right as he hauls this one in for the second out.
Batting ninth, the pitcher, Manuel Diaz.
So coming to the plate, Manuel Diaz. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. 1 left for the Red Sox. They trail 6-1. Welcome back. Here's Heidi Watney with a report as we get set for the top of the 3rd. Heidi?
Thanks, Matt. I had a chance to talk with White Sox manager Rick Renteria between innings about his thoughts on his lineup's performance. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He said they're doing an excellent job with pitch selection, meaning they're swinging at the right pitches and doing damage with them. The numbers back that up. 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet, guys.
Thank you, Heidi. Stepping up to the plate, Luis Aparicio, as we are all set to begin the third inning in this one.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second with a punch out, 1 away.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
Standing in now, number 15. Into the corner and slicing foul. The 1-2. Oh, look out. Hot shot to third, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, second baseman, Yoan Moncada.
So here's Yoan Moncada. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
And you can live with punching out with the bases empty, but in his last at bat with 2 runners in scoring position, you cannot go down not putting the ball in play. Too much on the line, too many ribby opportunities out there to swing and miss in that spot. Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Lance Johnson. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Man, this is just not what he had in mind when the skipper gave him the ball in this one. He's given up 8 hits, and we're not even out of the 3rd inning. He's getting exposed a little bit here.
All even now, 2-2. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Two men are on with 2 men out. And he fouls this one off. He's set, and the 2-2 pitch. High and deep down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. Here's another 2-2. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. And nearly a 3-run shot. Instead, it's a foul ball. And he struck him out. A 10-pitch battle, but he finally wears him down as the inning is over. White Sox strand a couple. They lead it 6-1. Leading off the inning, Larry Bird, and they'll need him to get something going here. Now the 1-1 pitch. Popped up. Thomas has a play. 1 down.
Now batting, number 25.
Happy to have you along here on the show on a fine Sunday afternoon as you take a look at our upcoming schedule for the week to come. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Almanzar, he got a hold of one and went yard in his first appearance in this one. So 1-1. Out of play off to the right. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a wave and a miss on a ball that was way out of the strike zone. There are 2 away now.
One of the toughest pitches to hit, the straight changeup, right? El Cambio. Hadn't seen it in that entire at bat. And what happens? Gets the string pulled on him right there. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
To the plate now, David Ortiz. Hit hard on the ground to first. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. A flip to the pitcher covering as that will retire the side. Down in order go the Red Sox. The lead remains 5. It's 6-1. Ready now, Ivan Calderon. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2.
Hey, they tried to tie him up on that last pitch, so I like that they went away with this one. The execution didn't work, but I like the idea behind it.
Now a shot to center field. Back goes the center fielder, but this ball has plenty behind it, and it's a home run. So it's a solo shot to dead center. Second home run early in the year, as it's now a 6-run ball game. In now, Minnie Minoso. Taken, but that catches the inside part of the plate. Fouled away. Another 1-2 delivery.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's a good pitch right there, but you know, as a base stealer, when you're in the box like that, you want to protect your moneymakers, right? You don't want anything around your knees or your feet, so he was fortunate to get out of the way of that one.
Devers has it. On to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out.
The batter, the third baseman, Paul Konerko.
Now at the plate, Paul Konerko. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Line toward right center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
The batter, the first baseman,
Now in the box, Frank Thomas comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. Gone over the monster and out onto Lansdowne Street. A solo home run for Big Frank Thomas. Home run number 3 here in the early going, as this is now a 7-run ball game.
It's getting pretty comical now. Their 6th home run of the game, and they're not done yet. They say hitting is contagious, and apparently that applies to the long ball. It's looking like batting practice out there.
At the plate now, Louis Aparicio. A bouncer to the left side. Devers gloves it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left aboard. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4, and the White Sox are out in front, 8-1. Bottom of the inning now. Stepping in, Ted Williams. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Now the 3-2 pitch. Williams swings and drives a fly ball out to deep right field. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. 7 home runs for him on the year now, and this lead has been cut to just 6 now. This has been quite a hitting display from both sides. That's home run number 8 on the day.
Dan, I can only speak from my own past experiences. When the flags are blowing out, you want as many at-bats as you can, and that's exactly what's happened. This ball's jumping at you.
You know, D-Row, this is always a nightmare for a pitcher. Not only is this a good hitting ballpark, but the wind blows out on top of it. This is the last place you want to be a pitcher at.
Swung on and missed as Pedroia's retired for the first out.
Next for the Red Sox.
Striding in for Boston, Bobby Doerr. He singled his last time up. 1-2 to the Boston shortstop. Hit sharply on the ground. Throw to Thomas is in time for the out.
Now batting, third baseman, Rafael Devers.
So 2 gone now here in the Red Sox 4th, and that brings up the third baseman, Rafael Devers. The 2-1 home. Is strike 2 swinging.
Hey, I got to commend him a little bit. Leadoff homer, and now he's 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning without any further damage.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Red Sox able to get one right back on the solo home run. We're through 4. It's the White Sox 8 and the Red Sox 2. Ready for another shot now. Number 15. 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. Now the payoff pitch home. Popped him up. Pedroia is calling for it. And that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting, second baseman, Yoan Moncada.
Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada. He's 1 for 2 in this one. The 3-2 pitch. Sharp ground ball to third. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head.
Man, this one is hard to figure. Makes the play on the ball, and the transfer looked good. Then he just sails this thing way over the first baseman's head into the stands. Bad news, it's an E5. The good news, some fan just snagged a souvenir.
Back to the top of the White Sox lineup now, and stepping in, Lance Johnson. Now the 1-1 pitch.
Outside, that's a ball.
We're starting to see a lot more balls from him now, and that's a direct result of him getting hit around pretty good. He's trying to do something different, and it's resulting in him not tacking the strike zone anymore.
Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Looking up is Williams, and that is into the visitors' bullpen, a home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field, his second of the game, as they've widened this lead to 8 now. Wow, 9 home runs. D-Row, Dan, when's the last time you saw a power performance like this from 2 competing teams?
Yeah, Matty V. Well, D-Row, you kind of expect a high-scoring game with that green monster here at Fenway.
Yeah, it changes your whole mindset. Right center's out of the equation. Dead right field's out of the equation. Goes to 380 at its deepest part. Unless you want to hit one down the pesky pole, you're looking to pepper that green monster.
The pitch. Swung on, and this ball is absolutely crushed. Forget about it. And it's gone as they add still another. Solo shot to right center. Home run number 3 here in the early going as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now. This has been a staggering display of power hitting here today, guys. I can't remember the last time I saw a performance like this. 10 combined home runs.
Dan, they're absolutely knocking the cover off the ball. I'm curious to get your take on this. I didn't find it to be the truth. I didn't mind hitting at night, but a lot of guys say they see the ball better during the day.
You know what's funny, D-Row, is I preferred to pitch in night games as opposed to day games. I always thought it was advantage to the hitter, and so far that looks like it's the case in this one right here. They must be seeing the ball really well because they're just absolutely smoking the baseball right now.
Into the box now, Minnie Minoso. He comes in 2 for 3 with a couple of home runs thus far on his line. Now this is foul tipped at home plate, and that might have shot directly at our home plate umpire because he's moving a little gingerly back there. Back up the middle, fielded cleanly. And he'll make that play look easy as the throw is in time to end the inning. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. Last half of the 5th coming up. The White Sox lead it 11-2. Back now at Fenway Park, and here's Heidi Watney with a report.
Thanks, Matt. During the commercial break, I talked about the Red Sox offense with the Boston manager, and he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
All right, Heidi, thank you. At the plate, Christian Vasquez. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
This one doesn't look good so far, down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Hit back up the middle. Aparicio fields it cleanly. Throw, and he's called out on a close play at first. Digging in the switch hitter, Manuel Diaz. Hit well on the ground to first. Oh, and he has some trouble with it, and he'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out.
The center fielder, number 33, Larry Bird.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Larry Bird. The 1-1. Hard hit toward the hole. And that'll just sneak past his outstretched arm, a base hit.
Kind of looked like he had gotten his bearings there, Dan. Was going to have a 1-2-3 inning, but not the case, giving up that late 2-out knock.
Well, this lineup is so deep, 1 through 9, they could put a hurting on you, and they're making him work, and he's given up a lot of base hits so far in this one. So far, this has not been an easy one for this pitcher.
Ball and 2 strikes now.
That's not a pitch he misses very often. He knows he should have done something with that one.
2 runs, 5 hits, and 2 Boston errors to this point in the contest. Swung on and driven to right, and no doubt about it. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field, his 2nd home run of the game, but they still face a 7-run deficit.
second home run of the game right there. He is locked in at the plate. You hear so many of today's players talk about rhythm and timing. Well, he is perfectly on time in the heart of the zone.
Into the box now, David Ortiz. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Hey, I can't have one of my best left-handed power bats fishing for balls off the plate.
And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs here on 2 hits, with one of them being the home run. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. White Sox on top, 11-4. Stepping in, Paul Konerko. He's set to lead us off in the 6th inning. Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Fouled off. Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter is aboard to start the 6th.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're trying to put a start away. Make him work his tail off, throw a lot of pitches, and get on base any way that you can. A big inning at this point of the game, and he's probably gone.
Oh, he may have been a little disoriented there or something. That's going to allow his man to reach first safely.
Man, this is a perfect summary of how the game has gone for him. They haven't been able to hit, catch, or throw all game long. In fact, they should just throw a 10 over this thing because this has become a 3-ring circus.
So following the error, it's now runners at first and second. And stepping in is the veteran shortstop, Luis Aparicio. That's in there, base hit. And no sense risking anything here as the bases will be loaded now with still nobody out.
In this case, the numbers really do say it all. That's an incredible 13 hits now. Nothing pretty about those numbers. Kind of amazing he's even still in this one.
Stepping in now, number 15. And he misses 2-1.
It's one thing to get hit around, but it's far worse when you're getting yourself into trouble by not throwing strikes. Every pitcher's been there, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating or unacceptable.
And this could be trouble now. It's 3-1.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
The 3-1 pitch. And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. Would have been a grand slam. Instead, it's a foul ball. And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score.
And it's times like these that a pitcher feels awfully lonely. I can see why he didn't want to be too aggressive. Last thing he wants to do is give up a grand slam to a dangerous hitter, but walking in a run is painful too, and here he is again still with the bases loaded.
Ready once again, Yoan Moncada. He reached on an error and later scored his last time up. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
Hey, that's the kind of swing you'd like to see a guy take with the bases loaded. He's going for the downs.
Fly ball out to right field. 1 run scores, and that'll get over the wall, in fact, so 2 runs will score, but not the 3rd.
When you play in this park where the fences are shorter, this is going to happen more often than any other ballparks.
So now to the plate, Lance Johnson. Hit sharply toward the right side. And that's in there, base hit. Oh, but it's offline, so the run will score.
I'm not sure what else the manager or pitching coach need to see, Matt. He obviously doesn't have his best stuff, and the longer he stays out there, the bigger the hole he digs.
To the plate now, Daryl Boston. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Four runs here in this half inning. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now.
With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout or you're still looking for the double play ball?
Good time to try to put the ball down in the strike zone. You can either get a strikeout or a potential double play ball.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that'll wind up a foul ball just to the right of Pesky's pole. The 2-2 one more time. Is blasted out to left center. This one's deep and not coming back. Gone! So a 3-run shot to left center, his second of the game, as they just continue to pour it on here. Minnie Minoso will stand in again as we flash you back to the early stages of this ball game. There were fans still finding their seats as he launched his second home run of the game as he was off to a fast start indeed. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Hit high and deep to right center. Center fielder on the run. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Now batting, third baseman, Paul Konerko.
Now at the plate, Paul Konerko. This, of course, his second appearance in the inning as they've now batted around. Count even at 2-2. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. The final damage here, 10 come to the plate, 7 runs score. To the bottom of the 6th inning, the White Sox lead this one 18-4. Bottom of the 6th inning now, so now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Ted Williams, 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Pulled toward right center field. Johnson is to his left as he puts it away in the alley for the first out of the inning.
Up next for the Red Sox, the second baseman, Dustin Pedroia.
So stepping in, Dustin Pedroia. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. 4 runs, 6 hits, and 3 errors for these guys so far this afternoon. Chopped toward the second baseman. Moncada fields it cleanly. Throw on to first will take care of Pedroia, and there are 2 away.
Now batting.
And this is not an easy play when you have to range to your right. He really didn't have a chance to get his feet set, so this is all arm. Nicely done.
Now to the plate, Bobby Doerr. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Oh, he goes up the ladder on the fastball and pops this one up. Right fielder is on the run. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Red Sox go down 1-2-3, and they remain well behind. All set for the start of the inning. Now batting, Frank Thomas. He reached base on an error and later came around to score last time up. The 1-1. Hit in the air down the right field line. And foul. 1-2. Here it comes. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Bird is right there, one down.
The bat, number 11, shortstop, Luis Aparicio.
Digging in, Luis Aparicio. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. One out, nobody on. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away.
Halfway to the plate, this hitter's wondering why he even pulled the trigger on that. His hands feel like he's being stung by wasps right now.
And it's fouled away. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ballgame.
Some guys with big arms like this, they're just chuckers.
Now
They just throw the ball as hard as they
number
can, and
15.
where it ends up isn't that big of a concern, but that wasn't the case there. That was a very well-pitched fastball right on the corner at the knees. Good luck hitting that one.
At the plate, number 15. To short. Reined in. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Down in order go the White Sox, but you can forgive them as they still hold an enormous lead. Rafael Devers the next to bat.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Devers, right field and carrying well. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. It's a solo home run for Rafael Devers. 4th home run here in the early going, but they're going to need a few more here as they're still well behind. Into the box, Christian Vasquez. Hit to short. Aparicio gloves it. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning. Now at the plate, Manuel Diaz. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Rolled slowly down the first baseline. Throw is not going to be in time to get him, and somehow he's going to wind up with an infield single. Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he didn't come out of what he was trying to do all day, Dan. Kept the front shoulder tough, kept the ice water in his veins, and didn't try and get too big. Extends the hitting streak. Nice job.
You know, D-Row, I talked to him before the game about the streak, and he said the toughest part is he hopes to get hits early in the game to take the pressure off. He had to wait to the 7th inning in this one to come through.
The batter, number 25.
Settling in now, Almanzar. 2 home runs already to his name in this one, and we'll see if he could possibly strike again.
This guy's having a pretty good week so far in 1 game. His last at bat is 2nd home run of the game. We'll see if they'll pitch him.
And he can't hold on to the throw as it short hops him and eats him up. Runner goes for third. He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. Gone! So it's a 2-run shot to right center, his 3rd home run of the ball game, but that'll do little more than make a dent in this big deficit.
Well, talk about having a day. 3 home runs in one game. We've heard about the hack trick in hockey, but it's awfully hard to do that in a baseball game.
Here comes the White Sox skipper out toward the mound, and a change is in the offing, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. He leaves with the lead after 6 2/3 in this high-scoring affair. Jimmy Cordero will come on out of the bullpen as he'll be appearing in his 3rd game this season. Standing in now, David Ortiz. He's got it. Throw onto the big target of Frank Thomas will take care of him, and that will end the inning. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now, and the White Sox are out in front 18-7. Standing in, Yoan Moncada. He's doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this contest. Here it comes on 1-1. And he fouls this one off. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2.
I got to count 2-2.
And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. Nearly a big fly to start the inning instead of foul ball.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
And it's 3-2 now to the number 9 hitter.
What we're seeing here is a really smart at-bat. They got to be thinking the man on the mound is getting a little short on gas, so when you go up there and make him throw a bunch of pitches, you're more likely to get a good pitch to hit or at least force him out of the game.
The next 3-2. Drilled down the line, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2.
4 foul balls in this AB. Pitcher cannot find anywhere to go to put this guy away.
And he'll finally just wear him down as this one swung on and missed for the first out.
When you're this deep into a start, it can be really exhausting and annoying when a hitter makes you work as hard as he did right there. He got the strikeout. That's great, but he's probably thinking, get that guy out of here.
At the plate now, Lance Johnson. This ball will be chopped foul. The 1-2 is at the knees and called strike 3. So to the plate is the White Sox DH, Darryl Boston. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
Now batting, the right fielder,
Into the box, Ivan Calderon, and we'll see if they can make him pay for the 2-out walk. Always considered a big no-no, of course.
The last at bat, Matty V, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and did miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit different.
Oh, hang on now. This ball is crushed into left field, and this one ain't coming back. This ball is gone. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. His 3rd home run of the ball game as this lead got even wider.
Well, in hockey, they'd call it a hat trick. Hitting 3 home runs in one outing is a heck of a lot harder and a lot more rare. He's having an afternoon he'll never forget.
Into the box now, Minnie Minoso. And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now. On a line, that's a base hit into left field. So good work on a 1-2 count to get on base.
No mistake what he was sitting on, looking for a dead red piece of cheese middle of the plate, and he didn't miss it.
So now to the plate, Paul Konerko. Just missed with the 2-2 count, and it runs full now.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. White Sox on top, 20-7. Next up for the Red Sox, Ted Williams. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. One and one, here it is. Line towards center field. And he will reach down to put this one away. Good job of hanging with it there for the first out.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. He was a ground out victim last time up. The 3-2 now to Pedroia. Here's a swing now by Pedroia as he sends this one in the air to deep left field. Not quite out of here as it's off the monster. And he's in there easily at second with a 1-out double. Cutting it close here, but he comes through in the 8th to extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he was staring at his last at bat right there, or probably his last at bat. Would have been tough to get him another AB in this one, but he's able to get it done.
Hey, better late than never. And I'm sure when he walked into that batter's box right there, he's thinking this very well could be my last AB of this game. So if I'm going to keep this streak alive, going to have to do it right now.
On a line, that's a base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
They had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets down, but eventually does get to third base.
In now, Rafael Devers. Ripped down the first base line. A dive, but it's off his glove. Throw will get him for the second out, but meanwhile the run is in to score from third.
They get the run there, but this late in the game with the lead in hand, you'll definitely trade an out for a run. That doesn't mean a whole lot.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Christian Vasquez. No hits for him yet in the game despite his team's offensive onslaught. Now the payoff pitch home. Gets him swinging. He struck him out. Red Sox settle for just the 1. 9th inning coming up. The White Sox lead this one 20-8. Up next for Chicago, Frank Thomas. He'll start things off in the top of the 9th as they look for a little insurance. The 1-1. Hit hard on the ground to short. Right to him.
And this is just a mental lapse right there. I know your catcher is good with the glove, but you simply can't throw home in this instant. Take the easy out, always.
Digging in once again, Louis Aparicio. He's looking for his third hit of the ball game here. The 3-1 is swung on and missed, and that's a full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
When you get yourself to a 3-1 count and you get a fastball, those are the ones you really want to punish. Couldn't get the bat on it, so we'll see if that comes back to haunt him.
He froze him on the fastball there. Louis Aparicio becomes the first out of the inning. To the plate now, number 15. In for strike 2.
A pretty aggressive pitch right there up in the zone. Surprised he didn't offer at it.
Oh, forget about this one. Baba Booey. Gone. So it's a 2-run shot to right center. 4th home run here in the early going as the blowout continues.
No surprise with that swing of the bat. This guy is simply one of the best in the game right now. There's not too many guys that take a beautiful hack like that in the league.
Standing in now, Yoan Moncada. Fouled away. The 1-2. Takes this the other way to right. And a dive, but it rattles in and out of the glove.
The center fielder, number 1, Lance Johnson.
At the plate now, Lance Johnson. The second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. So it's 2 runs here on 2 hits, with one of them being the home run. We'll head now to the bottom of the 9th. The White Sox lead it 22-8. So here now is the pitcher, Manuel Diaz, starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point, but these guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Oh my, this ball is crushed. Where will this one end up? And it's gone. Solo shot to right center. 4th home run here in the early going, but they're going to need a few more here as they're still well behind. Stepping in now, Larry Bird. Chopper foul.
Hey, if you're going to get a swing on a pitch that far in off the plate, pretty much options are wide open.
And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Now batting,
Almanzar will stride in again as he looks to join a very elite list. We take you back to earlier. This was home run number 3 in the ball game as he'll try and join just a select few with 4 home runs in a single game. 1 out, nobody on. A bouncer up the middle. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
The first baseman, number 34, JJ Ortiz.
So striding in, David Ortiz. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. A 1-1. Line to the right side. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
I know the score's out of hand right here, but I've never met a big league ball player that's going to give away an at-bat in any game ever. Nice piece of hitting right there, staying within yourself and grabbing you a knock.
So now to the plate, Ted Williams. And this is swung on and missed. So with that, they find themselves down to their final strike here this afternoon. Last strike now for the Red Sox. This is line to left. And that's in there, base hit.
He doubled up on the heater right there. First one he blew right by him. Second one, timing was on point, and he was able to get ahead.
Dustin Pedroia.
Kelvin Herrera will make an appearance here as he is in charge of trying to ring up the final out of the ball game.
Herrera.
Dustin Pedroia will be his first assignment here as he'll face him with runners at first and second and 2 away. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. A swing and a ground ball to third. Throw on to first will take care of him, and the White Sox have taken the rubber match of this 3-game set as this ball game is over.
Well, that wasn't exactly a nail-biter, but it's always nice when you can get an offensive explosion like that and save your closer for another day. A comfortable victory.
22-9 on this day. The White Sox put up a 4 spot in the opening frame on the way to victory. Lucas Giolito gets the win on the mound, his first of the year. Manuel Diaz takes the loss despite striking out 11 batters. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 19 minutes.
It's Monday morning and welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the American League East, Ivan Calderon stole the show with 6 RBIs on 3 home runs, leading the White Sox to the win over the Red Sox 22-9. Manuel Diaz put together a complete game effort and gave up only 2 Central Division. The Yankees knocked out 10 hits as a team as they took down the visit.